Babies, you like to another video with your boy Alex. We're back again with another clip. And today, I got a post here I want to read to y'all, and then we're going to touch on it. I'm going to put it up on screen too, but I'm reading it off my phone. Okay, now, I believe this is a Facebook post, but a female post a status that says, "Single successful men that do not date women with kids is so sassy to me. Baby, how are you a grown man but scared of some kids? How you allow some kids to let you miss out on this good woman? It's giving you weak." Right. Now, I'm gonna let y'all, think about that for a minute. We'll take a moment of silence for that one. And I'm gonna read it one more time, right? So for all the people in the back that did not hear what I just said, the post says, "Single successful men that do not date women with kids is so sassy to me. Baby, how you a grown man but scared of some kids? How you allow some kids to let you miss out on this good woman? It's giving you weak." It's giving that you're trying to find a man to come and rescue you and your children. It's giving you're looking for Captain Saberho. That's what that's giving. It's not giving a weak man. I don't understand. Maybe some of you people in the comments can help me. I don't understand why women feel as though it's okay for them to pass up on a man who wanted them back in high school or in their younger years before they had children, right? And be drawn to the bad boys, the Pookies and the Ray Rays, the guys that mean them no good, and have them on an emotional roller coaster their whole entire, the majority of the younger years, right? The best years. And then we're pretty much shamed for it because they didn't end up choosing to have kids by those guys. And wherever those guys are now, whether they're in jail with another woman, I mean, it does not matter. The moral of the story is you can't be upset with a man for having preferences. You can't be upset with a man for having, standards for himself. And I'm not saying that women with children are not valuable or don't have any worth, right? But you have to look at the picture in whole. You have to take a step back and put yourself in this man's shoes, right? Now, we've spoke about this multiple occasions on how being a stepfather is probably one of the worst decisions you can make. Not because of the dynamic, or should I say, not that being a stepfather is necessarily bad itself, right? The idea of being a stepfather it's admirable, but it hardly ever happens that way, right? The way that it's like portrayed in movies or in TV, it's never portrayed that way. Now, if you and a woman, she has 2 kids, you have 2 kids, or y'all both had kids and y'all are blending the family, that's a little different. Or if the father is completely gone, like I'm talking, he's been unalived, he's passed away, or he has no dealings with this child whatsoever, then there are exceptions to the rule. But typically, when you have a man that comes in on a relationship and this woman has children, maybe if they're younger too, that's another exception. If they're a certain age, like under 5, right? Under 5. And the child and the father just disappears. Maybe there's a chance then, but even then that's still a slippery slope. So I'm explaining to you why. You have a man that comes into this relationship. So you have to accept this child alongside this woman, right? If she's any kind of woman, she's going to want you to accept this child or children. That's number 1. So it's almost expected for you to take care, or to care for, to provide for, to look out for, to protect this child. That is not you. That you had no hand in making. You understand what I'm saying? You're almost expected to do these things off the strength of his mom because you want to be with her and you're trying to prove to her that, right, she's the one for you. So you're already at a disadvantage right there. So let's say you come into this child's life when he's about 5 years old, but he's known his dad, his father, to some degree. He has memories of him. Now, when he starts getting older, right, people may start talking, people may say things, and he's going to start wondering, okay, why does this man not look like me? You understand what I'm saying? If he has siblings and he sees his siblings like online or social media and stuff, and he sees his father with them, he may have some resentment. You see what I'm saying? And then you are here providing for, protecting for, taking care of this child, and then you go to discipline him for whatever reason. I'm not saying discipline means you have to, physically put your hands on them. Just, just reprimanded him for bad behavior or something like that. Now, the mother could have a problem with that. She may feel as though you can't reprimand him or you can't do much because you are not his biological father, so to speak, right? So that's another problem. That would be another, barrier to entry. So then alongside that, you have this child that once they get older, if they start, start getting conscious of things, and then they start realizing certain things, they're going to be like, well, you're not my real father. You're not my real dad. They could possibly be like, I'm just give you the, the potential cons of this going into this. They can be like, well, you're not my father. You can't tell me what to do. And then y'all are gonna be clashing. The older they get, the more y'all gonna clash. If you're having a problem with his mom, the older you get, the problem's gonna clash. I'm not gonna say as much for girls. Girls can also still be a slippery slope. That's a whole nother set of, dangers or potential cons to that. But specifically, I'm talking about boys right now. Now, girls, they could be promiscuous, she could view you as a father, or they could accuse you of certain things. You know how this could go, right? You know how this can go. And I think that men nowadays are just saying the juice is not worth the squeeze, right? The juice is not worth the squeeze. There is more things can go wrong than can go good. So I'm going to just, keep my hands clean in this situation. I'm not even gonna get romantically involved with her. I might date her here and there. I'm not saying don't date these women. And you could find a woman that has children and everything just, falls into place. But the chances, this is what I'm talking about, the probability of that happening are slim to none. So you have to be very careful about this. You understand what I'm saying? Because you can't let these women, right? This woman call you sassy because you have a preference, or you didn't work yourself to a certain standard or a certain status level in life. You didn't build your business up, you didn't got a home, got a couple vehicles, you got stocks and bonds, you got insurances, and all of these things built for yourself, and then you could consider this settling, right? But don't say that you're settling for a woman with 2-3 kids. Don't say that. Nah, you can't say that. You can't say you're settling for a woman that has children already. Nah, how dare you, right? How dare you, bro? How dare you say you're settling for a woman that has children already, right? But if you a broke boy, right? If you don't have any money in the bank account, if you can't take her on an expensive date, dropping $500, $600, $700 on her first date, and then to some women that's modest. Oh, she's lowering her standards for you. She's taking time out of her day to come meet you to have lunch or brunch or whatever the fuck, right? And you pull up and she's acting like this is a waste of her time, or she didn't, you're on her time. You see what I'm saying? She's lowering her standards for you. Nah, baby, that's not how that works. If I'm lowering my standards, if you're lowering my standards, right? If you're lowering your standards for me, then I'm lowering my standards for a woman that has more than one child. I like to give them that grace. I like to give them that little, the leverage. If you have a child already, right? If you have one, you get that one, right? I mean, because everybody has mistakes, but let's say you have a woman that comes around and she's acting all indignant and entitled to have whatever type of man you want. You can want what you want, baby, but you got 3 kids by 4 different baby dads. Like I did that, right? You got 3 kids by 4 different baby dads. You need to reevaluate your life because you done made the same mistake 3 times. It's not a mistake at that point. These are intentions. You're intentionally doing this. That's not a mistake, baby. And then when a man tells you, oh no, you are not what I was looking for, or you don't qualify to be in my life, y'all catch an attitude. But in the same token, it's just like double jeopardy. But you can reject a man that doesn't have 6 figures, doesn't have a home, doesn't have a car, that's working on himself, that isn't quite there yet, but is showing progress and showing potential, actually having like substantial and tangible things that is showing he's making progress. Oh no, you have to be there. You have to be at that finish line for me to, take you seriously. Right? You can still deal with this baby dad on the side. You see what I'm saying? You can still do this. You can still do these things. And if a man asks you, oh well, why did he come over? Why, when I left, why couldn't he come over? Why was it? Man, that's his dad. Don't worry about that. This is about his child. You can pull that card, and you can't say nothing about it. You can't do nothing, right? But sit there with a Cosby face. Shit is wild. The double standards out here is wild. The dating market is wild. And for a woman, I don't know how many women agreed with her, but I'm pretty sure it was a nice amount of women that liked that, retweeted that or shared that around. But I'm gonna tell y'all now, this is complete and utter bullshit. Complete and utter bullshit. Don't let a woman mind game you and manipulate you into thinking that you are sassy, or that because you have standards. Having standards now is sassy, I guess. And it doesn't even just say any type of man. It says a successful man. So a successful man with standards is sassy. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here. I don't know, though. Get the comments, let me know what y'all think. But I do know one thing, though. It's your boy, Alex. Make sure I dot your R's, cross your T's. Catch y'all in the next one.